Now, each of the following inequalities, questions 1 to 18, graph your solution on the number line, okay? Now, there's a problem with inequalities, okay? The trick is with inequalities is this. If I said to you, 3 plus 4 is greater than 5, 3 plus 4 is a bigger number than 5.
7.
You'd all agree with me, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Now, if I move the 4 over the other side, what happens to it? Becomes a minus 4. And then 3 is still a bigger number than 1. Okay, likewise, if I said 12 minus 7 is a smaller number than 12 minus 7 is 5. It's a smaller number than 8. Okay? What happens when I move the 7 over the other side?
Plus.
Okay?
It's bigger than 12.
So, and then it's going to be 8 plus 7. 12 is a smaller number than 15. So we see the basic rules work. So for example, if I had x plus 4 less than 5, you bring the 4 over the other side. Shh, lads, this is the point. If you have x plus 4 less than 5, you bring the 4 over the other side and you get x is less than 5 minus 4, x is less than 1. That's the whole point. Basic maths, plussing and adding, or plussing and subtracting are still followed. Now, here's where the difference kicks in. The difference kicks in if I was to say this. 3 times 4, we all know is 12, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. If I say 12 is bigger than 9, you'd all agree with that?
Yeah.
Now, if I divide down the 3, or the 4 for that matter, if I divide down the 3, what happens when I divide down the 3?
4 is greater than 9.
4 is greater than? 3. That works, yeah?
Yeah.
So for example, if I had 4x is greater than 16, what I can do here is bring down the 4 and x is greater than 16 over 4, x is greater than 4. That's okay, so you can see that all the basic maths is being obeyed at this point in time. Now here's where it doesn't get obeyed. Okay? Where it doesn't get obeyed is when you have a negative number. So an example would be this. Minus 4 multiplied by 3. What do you think minus 4 multiplied by 3 is? Minus 12.
Yeah.
Minus 12 is a smaller number than 8. Minus 12 is a smaller number than 8. Will everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what happens when I bring down the minus 4? 3, it doesn't become...
It goes over the 8.
It doesn't become a minus because, remember, it's multiplied by minus 4. And when you bring it down, it's divided by minus 4. Okay?
Yeah.
So, and now, all of a sudden, we're going to get 3 something minus 2. Which is the bigger number, 3 or minus 2?
3.
So, 3 is greater than minus 2. But in this specific case, the sign turned around. Now, that's a problem, and that's something that you'll need to remember. So I'm going to show you 2 basic examples. One of them that the sign turns around in, the other one where the sign doesn't turn around in, and let me show you. This is going to be 3x less than 12 minus 3x less than 12. 3 is a positive number. It gets divided underneath the x. X is less than 4. That is no problem. You happy with that?
Yeah.
Minus 3, however, is a negative number. That is a negative number. Okay? And because it's a negative number, what we're going to do is we're going to divide it by minus 3. But this time, when you divide by minus 3, what do you need to do? You need to switch the signs. So you get x is bigger than minus 4. That's the only time you'll switch the signs, when you divide by a minus number.
Is the number you don't know, like is x always bigger than minus 1?
For this question, yes. So let me give you one more example here. Okay, so for example, question 4. In question 4, we have ax minus 1 less than 3x plus 9. We obey regular maths. So, what we get here, guys, is obeys traditional maths. The 3x goes to your side, the x goes here. So we're going to have 8x minus 3x is less than or equal to 9 plus 1. Excuse me. 5x is less than 10x is less than 2. 10 divided by 5. Now guys, you have to draw this on the number line. 3, 2, 1, 0, 0, minus 1. Is minus 2 is not included. It's x element r. What does x element r mean?
You hollow and then shade it in.
Hollow, and you shade it in all the way to the end. That's number 4 though. Now guys, let's have a look at the likes of number 6. Now number 6 is going to be different. Number 6, for a start, is not element r, which means it's not going to be a shaded in line. It's going to be dots. Okay, no hollow dots either. Now, what we get here, 6x minus 10 less than or equal to 9x plus 5. What I want you to do is bring the 9x to the right, or to the left, the 10 to the right. And what we get is 6x minus 9x less than or equal to 5 plus 10. Now what's 6x minus 9x?
And minus 3x.
Minus 3x. Okay? Now this minus 3x, guys, the minus 3x is what I was talking about earlier. You're going to be dividing by a negative number. Okay? So, minus 3x is less than or equal to 15. Now what happens when you divide by a negative number?
You flip the sign.
Turn the sign around the other way. And what is 15 divided by minus 3? Sorry?
Minus 5.
Now, x is bigger than minus 5. So, x, you draw minus 5, and it has to be bigger than or equal. So it's all the numbers that are bigger than minus 5. There's too many of them to draw, so you use an arrow. For homework tonight, I want you to try 1 to 8. 1 to 8 on page 38. Okay, and that video will be loaded up at the end of class regards doing question 4 and question 6. Okay? Alright lads, good class.